Welcome to Monster Guitars. I am your host, Glenn Peoples. And to get the obvious out of the way, yes, I am injured. I am a relatively new guitar luthier. And in fact, a relatively new woodworker. And some of my nice power tools, which are about to meet, are also relatively new. In fact, you'll see the video shortly where I got them. And as a result, I am fairly inexperienced. And I won't tell you how I did this because it is, number one, stupid, and number two, very unpleasant. But basically, inexperience got the better of me, and I injured myself, and I quickly learned as much as I could to avoid doing so again. But I will be out of action for a little while. Fortunately, I have a number of videos all ready to go up at the channel. I'm basically revamping the channel. I'm starting again. And the reason I'm doing that is that I started this channel originally with a whole series of videos about making the neck for an acoustic guitar. I was teaching a friend of mine to play the guitar. She didn't have a guitar. I offered to locate one for her. So I got a rather nice Epiphone acoustic guitar body. Couldn't find a neck to fit this one for various reasons, and decided to become a guitar luthier and make one. And if you're going to get all those tools, of course, you'll just make more. You'll make guitars, which is what I'm doing now. And getting back to my train of thought, I started a series of videos. In fact, I finished a series of videos on the making of that neck. And quite frankly, it doesn't deserve a public viewing. It was not a great job. At the time, I thought it was okay because I'd never done anything like that before. But it wasn't a great job. So I've scrapped that, and I'm going to make a new neck for that anyway. But in the meantime, I do have some other videos to show you of my early exploits as a guitar luthier. And not only that, the videos were of low quality, whereas now I shoot everything in higher definition. Although some of the videos that I've kept to show you are poor quality. Sorry, but the content's quite good. So, long story short, welcome back to Monster Guitars, or welcome if you've seen this just now for the first time. As I said, I am your host, Glenn Peoples, and I hope that, number one, you'll learn with me as you go, or if you're already an experienced guitar luthier, you'll enjoy watching me, perhaps be amused watching me learn as I go, and maybe offer me some advice along the way. But I'm starting to do some pretty decent things now. Here's a template for a guitar that I'm going to be working on. You'll see more about when I made that. Here's a pointy headstock neck for another project that I'm working on. And you'll see more about these in the videos. The first video in the series, though, other than me saying hello, is an introduction to the tools in my workshop. So, let's proceed now. And now for something quite different. This is the Monster Guitars workshop. The workshop itself is a work in progress, so I just want to share a little bit about that. In fact, it'll probably take quite some time to make this video because as I add more tools to my workshop, I'll add more to this video until I have basically all the big tools and stuff that I need, which I don't have yet. But this is what I've got at the moment. So I'm halfway through making the Tornado project. In fact, I'll go over to the bench, the table. This table is actually my latest acquisition. On it, I store all my works in progress, and the idea is that when the table gets full, I have enough works in progress and I should stop adding to it. That, I probably won't keep that. It's one of the first necks I ever made, kind of, maybe. It's pretty old and it's not very good. But I learned a lot making it, and heaps making stuff that I no longer have. So there's the Tornado project over there. That piece of maple will become the neck for it. That's my latest acquisition. Got the workbench, which was just a humble table, but I sort of designed a bench around it and made it. Got the band saw and my benchtop planer and a whole bunch of handheld power tools, my router, which is indispensable, my sander, my goodness, that saves so much time. Got a drill buried down there. Lots of clamps, lots of files, lots of small hand tools scattered about. What's coming next is, well, it's Friday night. Well, there's some nice oak down there, which is going to become another guitar. I'll say more about that later. Not later in this video, later in history. But all these boxes and all these bikes, except for mine over there, but these ones well, some children of mine, actually, funny that, had these bikes when they were younger, and they're a bit small now. We'll be getting rid of those shortly, giving them to charity, and getting rid of these boxes, hopefully at some point. I'm getting another table to come in here, and I have a new batch of large tools that I'm planning on buying. They will appear, I suppose, in a few seconds in this video, because, well, it's going to take a long time to make the video. Right, are you ready? Here they come. Okay, we're one step closer. There's the table, and here come the tools. Well, they have arrived. This is what a tool delivery looks like, although a tool delivery isn't normally this impressive for me anyway. This is undoubtedly the largest delivery I've ever received. So it'll take a while to unpack this stuff and get it set up, but when it is set up, you'll see them on the table. I'll be back. And just like that, my once barren new table now hosts some pretty sweet looking tools. Almost looks like I have an endorsement from Shepak. I think that's how you say it. I wish I did, but no, I don't. I had to pay for them. So I now have my nice new table router. Looks a bit bare on top, but some of the attachments that I do have for it, I just don't need. So I've put those in the box. The spindle sander, aka the bobbin sander. And of course in my future videos you'll see all of these in use. My thicknesser for planing the wood down to the desired thickness. And my dust extractor, which looks like Mr. Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus? Yes. It's really a souped up vacuum cleaner that you attach to whatever tool you're using, as long as it has a dust port, as all my big tools do. So, for now, for the foreseeable short-term future, my workshop is complete in terms of big power tools. Oh, this is cool. I've done this since starting to make this video. I took an old clothes rack and repurposed it as a clamp rack. You can never have too many clamps, so I will fill this up, I imagine. Especially when doing things like attaching a top to a guitar body, where you put lots and lots of clamps on. So, that's the Monster Guitars workshop for now. Now don't come and rob me.